camera. Ready? And action!
Aston is our hero, but he begins life just as a street kid. We had a little boy of 10 years old who plays young Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's a street urchin who gets taken in by the king because of his valor.
He saves a young boy and he's seen by the king doing that.
And we climb the rooftops and jump around just to get away.
He's over here!
Get me!
This kid was a parkour fanatic.
Well, I do parkour, free running. It's basically just efficient movement, really.
When he saw who was going to instruct him, these great French gods for him, his eyes popped.
David Bell is like the founder of parkour. I didn't ever think I'd meet him. I was quite nervous when I heard I was going to be training with him.
Professor.
It's fun and hard work, but the fun kind of takes over the hard work.
He grows up and becomes the Prince of Persia.
Cut! French! Very good, one more.
Dastan is the Prince of Persia. He's this young man who's plucked off the streets and gets taken in by the king.
But he's a person over whom hangs a very powerful destiny.
He ends up with this dagger that he has no idea what power it holds.
Releasing the sand turns back time. Only the holder of the dagger is aware of what's happened.
Did you see that?
Time will erase everything.
Some of our characters in our film want to get a dagger to change the course of history.
He has to be stopped.
He has to be stopped. He has to be stopped.
And then the journey begins of them trying to protect this dagger.
Dastan, where's the dagger?
You're welcome to search me for it. I'll have to be very thorough.
Dastan always has some sort of trick up his sleeve.
Hold this.
He is thrust into all of these circumstances that he can't get himself out of. And yet he does. Let's just get through this part and then we'll move on to more interesting moments in the film.
Oh God, he has so much action, but he does really well at it. He's a bit of an action figure himself, I think.
The third step is the hardest!
Action!
This process is so much fun when you get into that world. That's what these movies are. Which always makes for a good fun ride.
Give me the dagger!
Prince of Persia is about protecting the sands of time.
The sands of time are extraordinarily powerful in that they can allow you to travel through time.
And the holder of the dagger is the only person who can see the time go backwards.
Releasing the sand turns back time.
We spent a lot of time in the design of the dagger, and it had to have the exact qualities for that period and yet be unique and special.
Obviously complex in design, but you can see the engraving work on the dagger all the way around.
You press a jewel in the hilt and sand was released and time started to wind backwards.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you!
Get to the tunnel! If you abuse the dagger of time and its powers, the whole world ends.
It was being smuggled to safety when you stole it. If the dagger gets into the wrong hands, you don't understand what's at stake!
Dastan discovers the dagger is the treasure that everybody is looking for.
Nice knife.
Time will erase everything.
They're on the run all the way through, and there's all these obstacles getting in the way. And they become allies to protect this dagger.
You really enjoy telling me what to do, don't you?
Only because you're so good at following orders.
Don't press your luck.
The ability to turn back time. Who doesn't ever think about that? It's set in such an interesting world. It just goes beyond that level of what you're used to seeing.
We shot the film in Morocco, so it's got this beautiful backdrop.
Morocco has got such varied landscapes. One minute you're in the desert, and then the next minute you're in these mountains with snow. It's just incredible.
It was perfect for it. It's a very beautiful and mysterious place to be.
There's nothing better than being in a real environment, you know, being in a place where you feel like you go back in centuries.
Behold the mighty ostrich!
Filming in Morocco was pretty intense.
108.
Well, it was hot, hot, hot. I've never been anywhere so hot.
Marker. Set. Action.
So you're going to leave me here in the middle of nowhere? Noble Dastan.
Oh. Give me the strength not to kill her.
We actually built a chunk of city in the outskirts of Marrakesh.
Everywhere our eyes looked, we saw the most exquisitely carved walls and the most splendid palaces you've ever seen on the screen.
And there were hundreds and hundreds of extras.
Redeploy to the Eastern Gate!
It is, by definition, an epic.
It also has a wonderful fantasy element. So we're doing these amazing visual effects.
Adds this whole other dimension to the film, this real extraordinary kind of magic.
It's got enormous imagination. It's got an enormous scope.